So you're thinking about relocating to Pensacola, where you're like, hey, where should we move to? Well, in today's video, we're gonna give you a POV, a personal view of what it's like to live in East Hill. And this is probably one of the most charming and historic neighborhoods. But if you're thinking about moving to Pensacola, you're gonna love checking out some of the cool places. Stick around because East Hill has so much to offer. Let's dive in. East Hill is one of the most desirable neighborhoods in Pensacola, and it's easy to see why, because this city is known for historic homes, beautiful oak trees. I mean, these oak trees are hundreds of years old. We have a couple in our front yard that are just so gnarly. They're huge. But you also have a strong sense of community, lots of walkability. I mean, people are always walking around, riding bikes, lots of kids, a lot of families. All right, so let's check out some stuff on the map here. So if you were to Google East Hill neighborhood in Pensacola, this is what's going to pull up. Just this little area here. Now, most people, if you talk about East Hill, are going to most likely say East Hill will go all the way up there to 12th Avenue and along Bayou Tahar. Okay, this is Bayou Tahar, not Texar. It'll go along here. And then actually, if you come down here, it's like Old East Hill. And that's why Maria's Seafood, that's right over here, it has Old East Hill Grill, which is cool. We're going to talk about East Hill being here. Now, that's 9th Avenue. On the west side of 12th Avenue is not East Hill. So if you look at, sometimes there'll be people that'll try to sell property and they're not familiar with the area, and they will look at comps over here, right? Or they're selling a house on this side, 6th Avenue, Martin Luther King, whatever the street may be, Davis, 7th Avenue, and they pull comps over at the East Hill. It's just not the same. Kind of like Eminem's, other side of the railroad track. So through that patch of grass over them railroad tracks, We're standing in Bayview Park. You've seen other videos. We have the dog park, which is pretty awesome, right behind us. You have the Bayview Senior Center, you have the community center, you have boat ramps, you have a dog beach, you have tennis courts, pickleball, you have a huge playground for the kids and things like that. But outside of this park, there's probably 30 parks in East Hill. And one of the cool aesthetics about East Hill is you're gonna see some of those classic early 1900s bungalows, those mid-century homes, but you're also going to see a lot of newer construction because a lot of those dilapidated homes, they got torn down and they're just getting rebuilt. So you're going to have a really cool eclectic feel of just how different things are. Let me tell you why we chose East Hill as our forever home and our forever neighborhood. There's a lot of great spots in Pensacola, but location, I think East Hill beats any other location. You're minutes to downtown, you're minutes to the beach, you're minutes to the airport, to everything. But then also you have your minutes to the multiple boat ramps, restaurants, bars, schools. You have MB Cook, which is a great school. But then also if you want a school choice over to Cordova or AK Suit or something like that, you can. And if you're a golf cart person, golf cart family, this is a great golf cart community. If you like to cruise around, go down to the borough, go to Publix, do whatever you need to do just on the golf cart. You could do that in this neighborhood. You want to take the golf cart, go to a park, boom, you have parks within minutes. But if you're wondering, hey, what is it like to own a golf cart, or can we travel around on a golf cart? Yes, you can. Let's look at a few things we talked about. So here's Cervantes, right? Cervantes, which runs into then Scenic Highway and then goes up. Oh, look at Alchemy Med Spa. That's Kria's new med spa that her and her friend own. Here's Cervantes right here. And here, if we zoom in, this is the Publix that we're talking about on the corner of 12th Avenue. If you come up a little bit, here is the old hospital, East Hill Church, East Hill Hospital, and Ozone Pizza. You got the Burrow that's right here, which is pretty cool. And then you got a really cool little panini shop. This gelato is pretty awesome. And then you got East Hill Christian right there. And then if you just come up a little bit more up 12th Avenue, you will run into NB Cook, which is right here that we talked about. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. And if you come up just a little bit more, so as you can see, I live over here where the little house, where that little is. But I talk about Brody's School, Sacred Heart is right there. So 12th Avenue and 17th Avenue here. 17th Avenue goes up, and you got 12th Avenue. Those are your main access points from Cervantes and East Hill. If you're looking to relocate to an area, you definitely have to check out East Hill. And remember, we love helping people relocate from other areas. We love helping people from YouTube. So if you're looking for a tour, if you have some questions, make sure you hit me up, 850-637-8622, and I will get all your questions answered about what it's like to live in this area or any other area. Blunt Street here is going to be one of your main roads that's going to bring you into East Hill from 9th Avenue. Brings you right down to Bayview Park, which is right here, that you see on the videos. Talk about, you got the dog beach, really pretty community center that they just built here that I was actually standing in front of. You got a couple boat ramps right along here. I like this one better. You got, pavilions, gazebos, really great little park for the kids, lots of tennis courts, pickleball, and just a really great walking park. This is such a great area. They do dragon boat races here, which is really cool. And we put our boat in, as you can see, since I live right here, we put our boat right there. It's super easy and it's awesome. The only thing is, this is all no wake zone, so it kind of takes you a minute to get out into the bay. But there you go. So let's talk about some other little restaurants and stuff like that. So now this is going to get into East Pensacola Heights, but you got lots of different restaurants over here as well, which is really great. And even McGuire's is so close. If you want to get downtown from East Hill, you're just right here. Boom. Really close. If you want to get to the beach, you're just from East Hill, like from my house right there, just a shot down 17th Avenue, and you're to the beach. One of the things I love about East Hill, especially, coming from the West Coast, you don't really see the kind of architecture that you see here. A lot of these homes, they've been beautifully restored. You have those early 1900s homes with these wraparound porches, big yards, colorful exteriors. House right down the street, this kind of Spanish feel, yellows, pinks, oranges, but just kind of that Spanish texture, Spanish architecture is so cool. And if you love character, if you love charm, East Hill might be the perfect spot for you. Now let's also look at a few more spots that we were talking about in the video. So 12th Avenue, if you just keep coming up here, right? There's another park. We used to play baseball there when we were little. Got another park. Brown Bagger. Remember we were talking about Alga. So Alga, a great local little brewery. And then you got Brown Bagger behind it. Brown Bagger, great burger, great truffle fries. So now they actually have a fixed spot here, which is really cool. And then the cool thing is that Alga, they bring in other food trucks, which is cool. So, you got a bunch of different varieties of food. If you keep coming up 12th Avenue, you got Tacos Mexicanos, and then you also got the Wisteria. The Wisteria is kind of crazy, as you can see. The Wisteria is kind of grandfathered in. It's just a little bar, but it's all around this residential area, which is kind of crazy because you really don't see it that often. And then they got some food trucks out there as well, which is great. Also down here, East Hill Wine Bar, which is awesome, right here. So it's a bottle shop, but right here it was a old hardware shop, but now it's the East Hill Wine Bar. So glad they actually got that posted up. But check it out. Let's just like the wine bar downtown. Great food, great appetizers, great places to go and hang out. They do, at the bottle shop, wine tasting and things like that, which is pretty cool. One thing I love also is if you're an outdoor lover like me, we love being outside. East Hill's a dream. Like I said, we're down here at Bayview Park, and one of the spots in the neighborhood, it's got everything. You got water access, you have the dog park, you have picnic areas. They do movies and they do concerts and things like that down here, which are so awesome. But this whole neighborhood is just walkable. It's bike friendly, pets, dogs. You're gonna see people walking their animals. You're gonna see people walking their dogs. You're gonna see even people walking their cats. It's crazy. But it is such a great neighborhood if you like that feel. There's no HOA. But also the thing is, real estate prices are higher than some areas. Now, you guys have might have seen some other videos that I've posted, but you know, we put our boat here, and it's great because you go right through Bayou Tahar and you go into the bay. You are just minutes to the bay, and then we, you know, go over to Pensacola Beach. You want to hit the pass and go out into the Gulf and go fishing, or if you want to go east, west, go to Destin, go to Orange Beach, you're just minutes at least hitting that channel. But let me tell you, if you don't like living in an area where there's families and there's kids and there's a lot going on, East Hill definitely won't be for you. But if you like living in an area that has a lot going on, festivals, you know, there's a lot of different farmers markets that go on, lots of different parks. And if you like to walk, and if you like to do some different things about being part of a community, East Hill is definitely that spot for you. As you can see, no matter where you are in East Hill, you're a short bike ride to so many little other spots. Jay's Bakery, you got East Hill Pizza, Jitterbug Beverage, Coffee Company, you know, so you got lots of stuff going on that's within a walking distance, or like we said, just a short golf cart ride away. And it's cool because if you want to do some, like, if you're a jogger, if you like to run, you can, like, so I know, like, where we live here, you know, Kriya, you know, she's more of a runner than me. She'll run like down all the way down here and back, and it's 3 miles. And I think if she comes all the way down to Cervantes and up, it's like 5 miles. Over here along these roads, Whaley Avenue, great road. It's actually where my buddy lives. It's where Brody's friend Cody lives. You got great, there's some hills, so you can actually, you know, if you like to get a little hill in, I'm gonna turn around here, see if you can see it, but a little hill, it goes up. But some really great running, like Brody's school, they do the pumpkin run. There's a Bayou Hills run. There's a couple different runs that come through East Hill, which is cool. This house is gigantic. It was actually bought by a local YouTuber. He had it for like a couple days and then didn't want it. I guess it was too big. But beautiful homes along here. You can see you come along the water here on Osceola. It's all along Bayview, or I mean all along Bayou Tahar. Okay, but as you can see, different style homes. You'll see some really pretty older homes, ranch style homes. You'll see some craftsmen's, you know, you'll see some Victorians. I mean, look at how cool that is. You got that style, kind of a Tudor home there with these style homes. And you know, prices go from in the fives up to multi-millions, depends on where you get up to. But one thing I love about the area too is just the amount of trees that are all surrounded in this area, which is pretty awesome. But so this is East Hill for you. I'm just gonna plop you down right over here. Now, if you wanted to get up into the north side of East Hill, like we talked about, look at how close you are to the airport. So if you come from the airport, let's just directions to Publix on East Hill. So it's 3.7 miles, you know, 9 minutes. So when I tell people, like, so even just coming from my house to the airport, I mean, it's like a $10 Uber ride. It only takes a few minutes, but the location's great. So you got the airport that's right there. But then if you want to, like I said, you want to get down to the beach. So let's go from Publix to Casino Beach Bar. Boom. But yeah, 14 minutes. So even if you're up here a little bit, you're 20 minutes. And that's mostly just because going through here takes so long, going through Gulf Breeze right there, especially if it's during school or something like that. But really getting in here and seeing the area, it's awesome. But here, look, another park. So you got Malaga Square. There's another park. There's another park. This is the one right down the street from us on 17th and Blunt. You have another park right here. So as you can see, and then these are pretty cool. These little free libraries, people put them kind of throughout the community, but they're cool. Let's see if we can see it. Oh, there it is. So check these out, guys. People just put these in their yards, and then, you know, people just put books in them, and it's just really cool community thing. People, they give, they take, you know, so if you don't have any, you got some old books you want to get rid of, you just find those and just walk around and drop them in there. Well, let's look at a couple more of these, some more houses. And then, so look at that kind of older, kind of Spanish town. Actually, let me show you. I want to show you that house. One of my neighbor's house. This pretty Spanish style house. So when I was saying, I mean, look at how cool that is, right? Very, very neat. But then you can go down to, I mean, really cool Spanish style house. Then you got that classic style home there. And then you got, this is my neighbor's house. It's cool. But I actually want to bring you down to show you some of this new construction too. So look at, there's another Spanish style home there. And then you got homes like that right there. That actually just sold for just over $1 million. You'll see some like newer construction. See, there's that park. There's some newer construction. Those just got done not too long ago. Bring it down here. So these are all done, but these were a bunch of kind of newer construction homes that got built. Really kind of cool. There was an old school here that got torn down, and they built all these homes. They're all different, they all have different looks, and they got garages and things like that you can see back there, which is kind of unique. So that house actually is white now. It's really pretty. But if you like the community feel and you like having, if you like walking around and you like being able to jump on your bike and cruise, and if you like that, hey, you're not in an HOA, but you have that community feel, East Hill's awesome, man. I really, really love it. And remember, if you have questions or if you want to get a little bit of a deeper dive into some of these locations or some certain spots, we're here to help.